Hello, you're listening to Arts Talk Radio, and I'm Michael Hasted. We bring you regular news, reviews and interviews relating to all aspects of the arts in Holland, concentrating on events in Amsterdam, The Hague, Rotterdam and the surrounding areas. Arts Talk Radio online. Interviews and features on the arts in Holland, in English. Today I'll be talking to a drummer who runs a music school in Delft, one of the dancers with the Netherlands Dance Theatre, and to the Dutch National Theatre about their awareness of the fact that there are so many people in the Netherlands who don't speak Dutch. For this programme, I'm joined by the writer Astrid Burkhardt, who is also the deputy editor of Arts Talk magazine. Welcome.
Hello.
You live in Delft, which is not only one of the prettiest towns in the Netherlands, but it also has one of the most active music scenes in the country.
It does. For the classical music, Delft is catered for with a wonderful annual chamber music festival, but it's actually best known for the blues and the jazz festival. One thing that surprised me when I first came here was the number of young musicians playing jazz, which is normally associated with an older generation. But I think you discovered the possible reason for this slap bang in the middle of a social housing development in the suburbs of Delft.
Well, that's certainly the way to start a radio interview. I'm with ROB KRAMER, who runs the Popter Music School in Delft. Hi Rob, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. Tell us about a bit about the setup here. It's basically a music school.
Yes, it is a music school where we teach drums and guitar and piano and vocals, and we prepare a lot of students for the Codarts in Rotterdam, the conservatoire. We've already had 25 students who has got from here to the conservatoire and all conservatoires all over the country. But we also teach little kids who just want to play music.
But it's all kids. I mean, what's your age range?
No, it's from 4 till 64. But that's one of the things we do in this neighborhood, which is a kind of, we could say, poor neighborhood.
Yeah, let's explain. Your studio, your school is actually slap bang in the middle of a social housing development called the Popter.
Indeed, it's Popterhof. Yes,
That's
it
right.
is.
And a lot of the work you do is community-based, isn't it?
A lot, very much. We, for instance, we are connected to the JCF. It's a culture fund who, where you can get free lessons, and they subsidize us. So children with parents with a little wallet can get free lessons.
You also do, in the middle of the housing, there's a big sort of lawn.
Yes,
and you do events there, don't you?
Yes, we do every month the Popter Open Podium, where we play with a lot of musicians, and then people from the neighborhood can sing, dance, perform, whatever they want to do. It's every third Sunday every month. And we have had a lot of talents, unexpected talents, and many cheerful moments.
Absolutely,
with that.
Sure. And your background, you've always been a musician, right?
Yes, I've done nothing else. And
I didn't say, obviously, from the introduction, you are a drummer.
I'm a drummer. yes, indeed. And I studied at the conservatoire in The Hague and Rotterdam. And when I was 17, I made my profession of it. I started with then very famous guys, Mini and Maxi, who are a theater duo who work with instruments, and they don't speak with it. So we had a very international playlist. And from then on, I got into the business for real, but that was already for real. But since then, I've been playing almost from my 18 till 53, 54. I don't play as much anymore, but playing 4 times a week and teaching with it was that is what I do.
Arts Talk Radio online. That was drummer Rob Kramer, who runs the Popter Music School in Delft.
The Netherlands is also very famous for contemporary dance. And just a short tram ride from Delft, The Hague is home to a very important and very influential company.
The Netherlands Dance Theatre is one of the leading contemporary dance companies in the world. I'm on my way to their headquarters in the centre of The Hague, where they are busy preparing their new season, and where one of their dancers has promised to have a little chat.
Hi, my name is Chuck Jones, and I'm a dancer with Netherlands Dance Theatre 1 here in Den Haag.
I did detect an American accent.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's the incredible thing about this company. I mean, how many Dutch people are in the company? Not many.
We do have a few, but we are a company full of international people. So we have people from all over the world. So from the United States, from Denmark, from all over Europe, Asia, as well as we have a company member from South Africa. So we are a truly international company.
The proportion of original works that the company does is quite high, isn't it?
Yes, we pride ourselves in something as a company that is always creating work, and we pride ourselves. Something that's in our DNA is something of creativity and creation, and this season that we're doing that as well.
But you must have an incredible repertoire, and the company's going
yes,
50,
as well.
Years.
Yes, exactly. I mean, next year will be our 60th and Jubilee, if you like to call it like that. And we have an extensive repertoire as well. So when not only do we have our programs within the Netherlands, but we also each international tour that we do, and in each city is a different program as well. So I would say, as a dancer of NDT, you not only are you doing creations, but you also have, I would say, 10 to 15 existing work that you need to know basically at all times.
It's hard work, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
people think of being a dancer as romantic and everything else, but it's really hard work, isn't it?
It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of dedication, and it takes a lot of discipline. But
and a relatively short
career span as well. But it's something. I mean, I would say everyone here who's working at NDT, I don't think we could think of ourselves as doing something else right now.
Arts Talk Radio online. I was talking to Chuck Jones, one of the dancers with the Netherlands Dance Theatre in The Hague. Now, of course, dance and music do not present problems for those of us who don't speak Dutch very well, but often theatre in Holland is not an option. When it comes to theatre and spoken word events, our eyes light up when we see the initials LNP in the brochures and programmes, and that stands for Language No Problem. Of course, there is STET, the English Language Theatre in The Hague, and other companies in Amsterdam, but for mainstream theatre it is an issue, and one that the Dutch National Theatre is very aware of.
My name is Miel van Teiling. I work as a programmer at Nationale Theater, also known as the National Theatre, but then in The Hague. I work as a programmer, and I work mainly at Theater aan het Spui.
There are a lot of English speakers who love to go to the theatre, but there's always a problem here that it's in Dutch, and as you know, a lot of English speakers don't speak Dutch. And it's obviously unreasonable to expect the Dutch National Theatre to present plays in English. But I know that you are aware of this.
We're very aware of this, and we really are focusing in the future to be accessible for a wider and a broader audience. So we're developing new programs and also thinking about how we can be more accessible for an international audience and also for people who don't speak Dutch, because I think 90 to 95% of the theater shows that we present and also create are very text based. And that's also in Dutch.
I mean, all theatre is text-based, and as I said, it's unreasonable to expect the Dutch National Theatre to perform in English.
Yeah. Well, that's correct, but we're thinking about new things to develop. There's a couple of shows that we present that are also with surtitles, but we also present international theatre makers during the Explore Festival, which all have different backgrounds and come from all over the world. So we have to do surtitles, and when we do surtitles, we do it in English and also in Dutch. To be honest, we're very aware that we're not accessible to all of The Hague, because we want to be a place where everyone in The Hague should come. So we're like trying to develop new things and also like work together with the KBK, the Royal Academy of the Art, to introduce the art students to what we're doing here, and also like to invite them to programs that are like Language No Problem.
Because a lot of the program of the plays you put on are very international from all over. I noticed last year, the year before, you had The Father, which was French, which was a very, very big success, very popular, and won a lot of awards in England.
Yeah.
And you do lots of things like that. Is there a general policy for the National Theatre? I mean, you say you are aware of the language issues, but do you have a policy for plays in general?
Mainly, we focus on the Dutch theatre makers, but we're very pleased to have like such a strong partner, NDT, the English Theatre, who are like one of our partners in presenting like non-Dutch theatre performances. So we're very happy with that. And we're trying to make our Dutch shows more accessible. So that's something really for that's happening right now on a small scale, but we want to do it on a bigger scale in the future. But yeah, we're trying to develop new things to work on our accessibility.
But do you ever put on English plays in the English language?
Only in co-production with STED. We really focus on the Dutch theatre makers and theatre companies. To like program internationally is also very expensive. So we're trying to like put the focus on the connections we already have in the Netherlands and see how we can make these performances like very accessible. And maybe in the future we will think about programming internationally.
But no, I mean, theatre is very international. So I think it's always important that any country should be aware of what's happening elsewhere and shouldn't be too insular.
Yeah, we're very aware of that, and we're like focusing on, and we're thinking about how to create new programs and create like possibilities to be more accessible in the future for people who don't speak Dutch.
That was Miel van Teiningen of the Dutch National Theatre. Well, that's it for this edition, so it's goodbye from me and it's goodbye from Astrid.
Bye.
Arts Talk Radio online. Interviews and features on the arts in Holland in English.